If you go to Surah 9, you will notice that this surah does not have a basmala. It says here that this surah does not have Bismillah. Now, since the Quran has 114 surahs, and this one does not have an opening statement, this will mean that we have only 113 basmalas in the Quran, and this number is not divisible by 19.
For 1,400 years, no scholar, Quranic exegete, or individual could say with certainty why this chapter was unique in omitting it. Some speculate that chapter 9, being particularly stern in its tone, was left without a basmala as a divine way of emphasizing discontent when it was revealed. Others suggest it might have been an intentional scribal oversight, arguing that a basmala should have been there when it was omitted. Chapter 9, lacking a basmala, brings the total count of basmalas in the Quran to 113, not the expected 114 if each chapter had one. If there were 114, that would neatly align with the Quran's 114 chapters, which is a multiple of 19. Specifically 19 times 6. But this isn't the case, and it seems like a curious irregularity. Dr. Rashad Khalifa, however, discovered something remarkable. Chapter 27 doesn't just contain one basmala like the other chapters, but it contains two. One is at the beginning of the chapter, as expected, and the second appears later in the text.
But we find that this missing Bismillah is made up in Surah number 27. So if you go to Surah number 27, you will see that we have two Bismillahs. This is Surah number 27. And there is one Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim at the beginning, like every other surah except Surah 9. And there is an extra one in the middle of the surah, right here, in verse 30. You'll see another Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this surah contains two of them, two of the opening statement or basmalas. One at the beginning and one in verse 30. And this restores the number of this important opening statement to 114, or 19 times 6.
Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. If we count the chapters between chapter 9 with its missing basmala and chapter 27, which makes up for it by including an extra basmala, we find exactly 19 chapters in between, which is a perfect alignment. Subtle, yet profoundly intentional.